I'm ready for the next lesson, Professor.
Very well. First, you'll need to gather some moonstone. You can acquire it by vanishing items here in the Room of Requirement, or you can gather it carefully outside of the Hogwarts grounds. Return to me once you've gathered enough, and we shall begin the lesson.
Come and see me as soon as you can. I've returned from a rather unproductive trip to the Ministry, hoping your time has been more fruitful than mine.
I would
Revelio.
Wingardium Leviosa. It can be used to levitate objects for a short time. Once you've completed a few prerequisite tasks, do see me after class.
I was hoping to see you.
You're back.
Finally. Minister Spavin talks more than he listens. Ranted on and on about rogue dragons. Wouldn't listen to a word about goblins. Speaking of which...
Listen, Professor. So much happened while you were away. Nearly Headless Nick asked me to get some rotten roast beef from the kitchens.
Rotten roast beef?
Yes, well, I thought it was odd too. But then we took the roast beef to Sir Podmore of the Headless Hunt.
You met the Headless Hunt? That must have been interesting, to say the...
Yes, and then I had to find Richard Jackdaw's head in the pumpkin so that he'd tell me how he died.
Who on earth is Richard Jackdaw?
He was a student here long ago. Anyway, he told me about a secret cavern. I went there, and right next to Jackdaw's skeleton, I found the missing pages.
You found the pages?
I did. And because Jackdaw had followed the map they contained, when I found the pages, I found the location on the map. Believe it or not, it's a room below Hogwarts.
Why am I not surprised? Shall we?
I was hoping you'd say that. Oh, and we'll need to bring the book. The room is called the Map Chamber, by the way, and a portrait of Percival Rackham awaits us there.
Professor Rackham. I look forward to meeting him. How did this Jackdaw get the pages from the book?
Evidently, Peeves stole them, and Jackdaw stole them from him.
Oh, Peeves.
Intrepid travellers, the both of you. Keep your wits about you.
Revelio.
this time. This looks promising. Map. There's Hogsmeade. And over here, the Forbidden Forest. And, of course, Hogwarts. It's magnificent. If only you were here to see this.
Hello, Professor Rackham. We've placed the book on the pedestal as you asked. And this is my mentor, Professor Fig.
How do you do, Professor Fig? And you, my young friend, see now why you needed to return with the book?
I do. I also see why you refer to this room as the map chamber.
That you have come this far tells me that you possess extraordinary magical ability, the potential and power of which will unlock should you prove yourself worthy. The location of each of 4 trials will, in time, appear on the map. Trials that will test you and give you access to invaluable knowledge. Trials that you must complete on your own. Do you recall the pensive memory you viewed in my vault in Gringotts?
You and your friend Charles spoke of the portkey, and of trials you'd created for one who sees traces of ancient magic.
Precisely. Charles is another of the Keepers, a designation we gave ourselves centuries ago, in light of the knowledge that we have been bound to keep hidden. Until, perhaps, now.
So, the passage from your ruins to Gringotts, everything in the vault, the restricted section, finding this room, none of these was a trial.
They were an important part of the journey, but they were not trials themselves. The fact that you have come this far, however, bodes well. The trials were designed to ensure that the power and knowledge we have kept secret for so long does not fall into the wrong hands. They will test your abilities, both innate and learned. But of equal importance, everything you witness as you complete the trials will inform what you choose to do with all that we share. You will need patience. The trials have much to teach you. It will take time.
I'm afraid we don't have the luxury of time.
We have waited this long, Professor Fig. Surely a few more.
Respectfully, sir, while I do not know the secret you keep, I do know that our young friend here has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. And we encountered an uncommonly powerful goblin wielding such magic as we prepared to leave your vault at Gringotts. We may already be too late.
This is grave news indeed. Young friend, do you trust Professor Fig?
I do.
Then, in the light of your considerable skill and all you have already accomplished, we shall begin. You will find the location of the first trial marked on the map below you. Whilst Professor Fig may assist you in locating the trials, they may be completed only by one with our ability.
Shall we have a look? I know that tower. It's not far. You may have seen it yourself.
It looks familiar. Perhaps your young friend is more well-traveled than you might think.
As your mentor, the least I can do is go ahead to make sure it is safe. Join me as soon as you can.
You said that you know that tower. What can you tell me about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. I've passed it dozens of times. It's north of Hogsmeade. My recollection is that it seems abandoned. Clearly, however, the tower conceals more than meets the eye.
I'll find you at the tower as soon as I can.
Until then, be careful, and do not tell anyone where you're going.
What are you up to now?
It's time you learned, Glacius, the freezing spell. It is an efficient way to cool down a heated situation. But first, I will need you to complete a few tasks. Once you have done that, come and see me.
Revelio.
Hey, blood! Bring
Ah, there you are.
How do you like being hunted?
Spill our blood and watch as we spill yours. What have you made of it? What the? Careful now. None of that petrificus nonsense. and not...
Expelliarmus! Confringo!
You tried casting Petrificus Totalis on me.
Confringo! Incendio!
I swear, none of you have a head left on your shoulders if you didn't have me keeping you in check.
Accio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Incendio!
I shall be covered in
Accio!
I know all about
The beasts are safer now. This place has seen better days. Accio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Incendio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Accio! Not my fault you're a deadly great spider.
Who says crime doesn't pay? Why, I'm practically swimming in galley. What was that? You're...
Incendio!
Who taught you that?
Accio!
You made it.
Expelliarmus!
You try casting Petrificus
Confringo! Accio!
Useless. That's all you are. Go too hard.
Confringo!
I'd say many ways more sting. What's that? Marvelous strike.
Expelliarmus!
Just how many witches and wizards have you? Nothing.
Confringo!
You may want to.
Expelliarmus! Accio!
Nice to see you, my young friend.
Over here.
We're not alone.
We are not. Ranrock's loyalists. Around a dozen I can see, but could be more.
Can't we apparate past them into the tower?
We could, but we've no idea what's in the tower. More importantly, however, I'd like to know why they're here. They've set up camp just ahead. I suggest we investigate a little before doing anything else. Let's go.
Well, this isn't ideal.
No, it isn't. This way. And I'd suggest we use the disillusionment charm here. No sense in announcing our arrival.
But if you don't fill up so much, you can actually go further. It's true. Eat a big meal, you'll be slowed down, but eat light.
Leviosa!
Quickly now. Stay hidden and cast Petrificus Totalis.
You have to learn to share.
Leviosa.
Or, I suppose we could charge right into their mist. Oh.
How childish! You know you're here somewhere. One of the best meals I've ever eaten. Look what happens when you don't listen. inevitable. Oh. Can't handle a little altercation. I'm a goblin, not a toy!
Stop! I'm afraid of heights!
Oh, you think you're I won't rest until you're dead. Why don't you come up here and fight me? How childish!
You think this is fun?
There must be something here. Ramrock said so.
I'll get you, mother!
I will make you. Worked in the mines at one time or other. Put me down! Who do you think you are?
Revelio.
Orders. Directly from Ranrock.
Revelio.
I will draw blood. This'll be a lark. Much to know.
Won't get away with that.
Let's get this over with.
You don't believe you, but this is sad. Really, it is.
Rather than why he's coming back.
I will have my revenge!
I won't rest.
Many goblins have always been
Revelio.
but this is different somehow. Oh, I'm glad that's over.
Can't imagine the
Let's
goblins.
head inside. Looks like we found the entrance.
It's locked.
Revelio.
An unlocking charm.
Very handy. No time now, but if you don't learn it soon enough, we can work on it back at the castle.
I wonder who this is.
With robes like that, it could be anyone.
Someone was an avid reader. Can't say I'm familiar with many of these titles.
Revelio.
I imagine these brooms have been enchanted for centuries. Never seen an enchantment last this long.
Welcome to San Bakar's Tower.
Shouldn't be surprised to have found a map chamber under the castle. Merlin knows what else is hidden here.
Hello, Professor. Did you say San Bakar's Tower?
I did. Professor Bakar is a keeper you have yet to encounter. I'm glad to see that I was correct in presuming that we would meet again soon after our last encounter, though I surmise, based on the commotion I heard, that you did not have an easy time getting to me.
We did not, Professor. We encountered goblins outside the tower.
That goblins were aware of my vault is disquieting enough. But if they have also made a connection to this tower, then the threat may be greater than I thought. All the more reason for us to move forward. Downstairs, near the entry, a reservoir of ancient magic, like those you've seen before, has been unlocked. Command it to access a doorway. I'm afraid I cannot say more. As Professor Fig cannot join you, he and I will, in time, see you back at the map chamber. Remember what you see.
We're going to need to understand how Ranrock's loyalists knew about a tower that once belonged to a keeper. For the moment, however, you've more important things to set your mind to. A reservoir of ancient magic, I believe?
Yes, sir.
Then I shall leave matters in your increasingly capable hands. That said, be careful.
I will, sir. I'll see you back in the map chamber. A reservoir of ancient magic. Downstairs, near the entry. This looks intriguing.
Revelio.
I've seen this before, in Gringotts and the restricted section.
Revelio.
I presume I'm looking for... ancient magic. But where?
Here. Leviosa!
I presume I'm looking for traces of ancient magic. But where? Impressive. That must have done something. Best have a look around. Revelio. More traces of ancient magic. Something must be different.
Revelio.
Revelio. These are never a welcome sight. At least I know what to expect this time. Revelio. These look familiar. Was it Accio I used before? That platform looks like it ought to get me where I need to go. I presume I'm looking for traces of ancient magic. But where? Lumos. What did that burst of magic do? Perhaps I should examine things from both sides of the archway. The room changes when I move in and out of the archway. I can see a way out on one side, but when I pass through the archway, it's blocked by a wall. I can see a way out on one side, but when I pass through the archway, it's blocked by a wall. Incendio! On one side, but when I pass through the archway, it's blocked by a wall. Incendio! I can see a way out on one side, but when I pass through the archway, it's blocked by a wall. when I pass through the archway, it's blocked by a wall.
Leviosa!
Lumos.
Confringo!
I can see a way out on one side, but when I pass through the archway, it's blocked by a wall. I can see a way out on one side, but when I pass through the archway, it's blocked by a wall.
Confringo! Leviosa! Confringo!
I can see a way out on one side, but when I pass through the archway, it's blocked by a wall.
Expelliarmus! Confringo! Reparo.
I can see a way out on one side, but when I pass through the archway, it's blocked by a wall. I can see a way out on one side, but when I pass through the archway, it's blocked by a wall.
Confringo!
I can see a way out on one side, but when I pass through the archway, it's blocked by a wall.
Over here.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful. Seems a pleasant enough little place.
Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer. I reckon Rookwood played a hand in...
Ranrock's loyalists are a menace.
Tago!
What can be done?
I couldn't help it over here. Did you mention Ranrock's loyalists?
I did. Never imagined they'd act this deadly. I'm Claire Beaumont, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Ranrock and his followers have set up camp here. No regard for our beloved hamlet or our livelihoods. Ruthless. My brother Bardolph dared to stand up to them and ended up in St. Mungo's. Simply at my wit's end.
How did your brother Bardolph end up in St. Mungo's?
Bardolph had spent the entire day hand-picking herbs and roots for us. When a group of Ranrock's lot appeared and demanded the harvest for themselves, Bardolph refused. In their anger, they hurled him against a rock and robbed him. The moment he left St. Mungo's, he vowed revenge. I worry he may be dabbling in magic that he will one day regret.
I'm unfortunately quite familiar with Ranrock's loyalists. Perhaps I can do something.
Much as I would love to be rid of them, I wouldn't want you to risk injury, or worse. Please be cautious. We should not have to live in fear. This is our home.
Most of the instruments are expensive, you know.
It seems as though things are getting worse.
Bardolph Beaumont should have returned